She's looking stronger by the stride and celebrates with the crowd here at Icon Stadium in New York.
Welcome, fellow degenerate watch addicts. We meet again. Today, I present to you a limited edition Seiko Speedtimer, model number SBDL104. This model is a collaboration between Seiko and Beams, which I believe is some kind of fashion brand from Japan and is limited to 300 pieces. I usually steer clear of fashion watches and limited edition watches, but this is the rare occasion in which I think it's too cool to pass up. The price is $850, so I already know that price is going to rub people the wrong way. But personally, I don't think that's too ridiculous of a price increase from a standard speed timer. From top to bottom, there's a lot of good stuff going on. There's a stainless steel case, a sapphire crystal, beautifully executed pushers, and a push-pull crown, and a screw-down caseback. All of this provides 100 meters of water resistance. True to Seiko fashion, lume is outstanding. There's a very futuristic glow to it, and the application looks sharp in a professional way. The great hardware is paired with a great solar quartz movement, so objectively, there's little one can criticize about this watch. Aside from all the good things that I like here, what I really care about, and the only thing that gets my heart all aflutter, is the color tones and case finishing. Brushed two-tone watches look so good, and this watch is no exception. In some ironic way, I find that overly fancy polished gold watches look very cheap more often than not. This speed timer, however, achieves the opposite effect, exuding sophistication, class, and an air of technical expertise, which is surprising considering this is the love child of a fashion company. Upon closer inspection, you can see how the bezel and riot beautifully highlight the qualities I mentioned above, and the reflective surface of the solar subdials and indices provide just enough contrast to the brushing perfectly. The sides are mirror polished, which is okay as they are balanced out by the beautifully finished crown and pushers. One thing I always disliked about dive chronographs is screw-down pushers, as I personally think the inability to time things at the drop of a dime negates one of the main reasons for a chronograph. So I really like that these pushers are accessible at any time without any pre-staging required. The caseback is a fairly uninspired screw-down caseback, and I would have liked to have seen the Prospex caseback that I love. However, this clean style is attractive in its own simple way. It is a shame that they opted for laser etching, which is the absolute laziest way to create the facade of a limited, unique design. Here's a quick look at the bracelet. Naturally, it pairs great with the case and looks equally as sharp. My only gripe is the clasp. Seiko really needs to ditch this clasp and go back to a longer and more classic style. I don't know why they are so committed to this small square shape. Overall, I am very happy with this watch. The good outweighs the bad by a landslide, and at least to me, it's apparent enough to consider it worth it. I'd be lying if I didn't find some joy in the fact that it's limited to 300 pieces. I think that's a low enough number to consider it somewhat special, but high enough for it to be readily available for enough psychos willing to buy one. I am surprised that Seiko decided to make such a solid variation a limited edition. However, this wouldn't be the first time they made a questionable decision, and I'm not going to try and figure out what their thought process is. I'm just here to enjoy watches like a mindless Neanderthal. But that's all I have for now. If you made it this far, a like and subscribe are always appreciated. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Bye.